I don't like that.
Num 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 num.
It's been a long week and we have a lot to talk about. Welcome to Eat Your Feelings. Today we're gonna be making the easiest of easiest dishes that is also good for you. My favorite, Pico de Gallo and guacamole. If you want a representation of how this video is gonna go, so this is where we're at. It's fine. Fire off the questions. This is basically based off questions that you can ask me anonymously online. The link is ku.me/Madelinehixon. I'll have the link down below so you can click it and ask me questions for next episode. Because I can't make the video without your questions. I need to know, what is the most uncomfortable thing you have had to do out of politeness? The other day I was working an event at work and this guy who was like one of the people paying for the event, he had like already pulled me aside and like tried to talk to me, but he was not like my type at all. And he's like, do you mind, like, would you be interested in like going out and to drink like after this? Like, I don't want to bother you at work, but like, would you want to like give me your number? And I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, so you want to like just give me your number when you have the chance? And I'm like, sure. And I was so uncomfortable and I didn't know what to say. I like ran upstairs and was like, guys, like, what do I do? What do I do? He was the last person there. The last person there, like, it was completely empty. No more of the event people were there. And he stayed and was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And so when he went to the bathroom, I took that opportunity to run as fast as I could upstairs and polish silverware. I didn't know what to do. My manager was like, just go, get out of here. And I was like, okay. Really awkward. Yeah. Really awkward.
Wow.
Like, don't ask someone for their number when you're in a position of power like that. It's rude to say no. Like,
before you've tipped.
Yeah, before you've tipped. Like, come on.
Next question. What is the best/worst part about living in New York?
I love New York. There's a lot of best things. One of the best things is like just the opportunities that you have and the creative energy all around you. Everybody is really unique, I feel. And so you get a lot of ideas and you get really inspired by just like walking down the streets, which is cool. Lots of cool restaurants to try, so much good food at your fingertips always. That's one of the best things, I think, is just having so many options. Worst thing, I feel like a lot of people would say like the train or something, but I honestly don't mind the train. Like, there's been some crazies, but like it's pretty entertaining most of the time. There's one lady where I dropped my bookmark once and I picked it up and it was right next to her and she goes, don't steal my stuff ever again. And I was like, what? I was like, this is my bookmark, sorry, like I just dropped it out of my book just now, like literally a second ago, you watched it happen and I'm now picking it up and putting it back in my book. She's like, don't ever steal my stuff ever again. She's like, I'm serious, I know that was mine, you know that was mine, don't ever do that again. And I was like, okay. I just walked away. The thing about New York is either you are a New York person or you're not a New York person. And I feel like you can figure that out in like your first couple months of living here. So like either you come here and you feel totally overwhelmed and really stressed, because it's a lot for a lot of people. I came here and I was inspired every day. Even when things went wrong, I feel like I found like a silver lining and I was just happy to be in New York. Like there could be things going wrong in my relationship, in my family, in my work, but like I was happy to be in New York. I was happy for the city. So I feel like that's just how you know.
Do you like Tinder as a way to connect?
I've never really been on Tinder, but I've definitely tried my hand at Bumble. When I first started on Bumble, I liked it because I think I liked it as an ego boost. I just liked that people like liked me back and like that I would like get a match and I would be like, ooh, every time I got a match I would just like feel good about myself, which is shallow, but like whatever. I went on like one date with a guy from Bumble and then like that turned into 3 dates and I realized it just wasn't, we just didn't have like that spark, and I wonder if it was him or if it was just like the way we met just like wasn't organic enough and everything like felt really contrived. It's really hard to meet people organically, so I don't hate on it. I don't think it's a bad thing, but personally, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. Like, I feel like maybe I should just try harder to go out more. Me and Josie are listening to Aziz Ansari's Modern Dating book on audiobook, and it's really interesting. It's talking about you have to go to places that you want the characteristics of the person that you want to meet like goes to.
Right.
So like if you want a person that loves to go to a cafe and like read books and just like chill out, then like go to a cafe, go to a library. But like if you want somebody who's like a party animal, like go to a club.
Or
I
even
feel
like
I
music people, like go to more concerts or live music or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. But then it's like, it's still like, how do you even go up to people? You just have to have balls, I think, in dating, especially here. Like, you just have to have the balls to go up to someone and be like, hey, like, I think you're cute.
Real quick, what's your middle name?
Rose. Actually, my Catholic name, too. When you get your first communion, you have to get a second middle name, and my second middle name is Rose, too. So I'm Madeline Recipe. The Catholic Church.
Puppy fever or baby fever? Question mark?
Here's the thing. I definitely go towards puppy because it's less responsibility, but in general, like, the idea of having to take care of somebody other than myself is so frightening. Maybe that's also why I've been single for so long.
As someone who has lived in NYC like you, what has been a challenge moving to / getting accustomed to New York City?
Well, I think what would have been a challenge is finding a place and hoping, like, finding people to live with, but I was blessed enough that I moved here and met, like, some of my best friends, so I am the exception to the rule for sure. I think taking the plunge moving to New York is the hardest thing so far. The 2 days before I, like, moved, I literally, like, crawled up in my parents' bed and slept with them for, like, 2 nights and, like, cried all the time because I was so scared that I was just not gonna have any friends. I didn't know anybody. I was so scared. I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm throwing myself into this environment and I don't even know if it's for me. I've never lived in the city before. Like, I'm from this podunk little small town in Maine, and I don't know, I was just so nervous that I was like getting myself into something that I couldn't handle.
Okay. Ooh, this question.
I'm starting chopping my red onion. God.
Need tissue?
I don't know.
What is the purpose of this life?
Guys, you know I don't know that. I don't even know what the purpose of my next few hours is.
Flirty, are you single?
Yes! Bitch, I've been single for 6 years.
How do you know what to wear all the time?
I don't. When your laundry's low, that's when your fashion sense is at its best. When you have nothing left and you feel like all the old things that you never throw on, because those are all the things that you wear all the time are the things that are easy for you, that are like your easy fashion that you can just throw on whenever you want, that you know will always look good. But when your laundry's low and you've already used all those pieces is when you realize, oh, okay, this is how I make the most of my wardrobe, and that's how your wardrobe changes. That's how you become more inventive and fashionable and creative. When you have to look back and be like, well, I could wear this and I could tie it a different way. I could wear this with a skirt. I could wear this backwards. Try everything backwards, for sure. Things are brand new when you try them backwards, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Don't be afraid to switch it up. Don't be afraid of fashion. Don't be afraid of people thinking you're unfashionable, because your fashionable is different than somebody else's. You know, it's your own. That's the point, is that you're supposed to just be as creative as possible and express yourself however the frick you want.
Where do you go for fashion inspiration?
I don't know. So now I'm gonna chop my cilantro. You don't need that much. Honestly, that might even be too much. By the way, I feel like I never used to know this, but cilantro, the stems are just as fragrant and like potent flavor-wise as the leaves. I used to always think you could only use the leaves, but no, you can use the whole thing. I think Instagram obviously is a huge inspiration for me. I think the New York streets are a huge inspiration for me. I see people all the time in cool outfits and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I could try that, but like in my own way. Yeah, I just like to buy a lot of statement pieces with like comfortable assets. So like I wear black turtlenecks all the freaking time. I wear my like ripped jeans, always high-waisted, because I know that's what flatters me. My waist is my best feature. I feel like what I personally do is I see a trend and I try to find something similar to the trend that isn't the trend. So like snakeskin's really in. So instead of snakeskin, I was like, oh, what's another like cool print that I've always liked? Cows? Cow print? Oh, okay, let me look to see if there's anything available in that. And I found like this one coat that's awesome. Go on my Instagram for style inspo. Like kind of do your own take on it. See things in fashion that are really cool and that you're like, oh, I really like this crop trend. Oh, I really like this sporty trend. And find a way to make it not what everybody's already doing. Find a way to make it something like that's your own. Like same with my white, all white Doc Martens. Like I saw that those kind of boots were trend and I like really liked that style, but I was like, is it 100% me? And then I found an all-white version, and I wear them every day. Even if it's like a little thing, like changing the color, for God's sake, like it makes a big difference.
How do you feel about the whole YouTube monetization issue?
Did that make it clear? Was it clear?
So first explain like what is it?
Okay, so it's not just this, but how it affects me personally is because of this. They sent an email to all small creators like me, and if you don't have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of watch time within a year, then you can't be monetized anymore. That's like the minimum, basically, of monetization. So that advertisers basically can be happier and make more money, and YouTube can make more money by not having to pay people that are smaller, or not having to pay people who are making content that isn't like to their standard or isn't as family friendly, which is bullshit. People like Shane Dawson, who's one of my favorite YouTubers and is so entertaining and has been on YouTube for like 10 years and has 11 million subscribers, is getting demonetized. I don't think it's benefiting their platform. I think they're cutting off a lot of creators that are really special and make YouTube a unique platform and make content that's different, that isn't just the regular ads that you see on every other platform. I mean, that's what Instagram's becoming. They changed the chronological order of things, and now all you see is like the things that are very ad friendly or directly an ad. And I don't even see my friends who I just want to see like making a blurry photo of their weekend, you know? I still want to see that. It's just really frustrating as a small creator who is trying to be unique and trying to make content that can help people and make them happy, and just feeling like, okay, now I'm demonetized, which is, I mean, the demonetization thing I feel like isn't even the biggest issue, because I mean, I was making $5 a month. It's just kind of messed up to try kind of like derail all these people and like ruin their like happiness and encouragement to making content, and suck the creativity out of them and make them feel like they can't be themselves on the internet because they have to fit this certain little box of what a creator is, instead of the old YouTube that was like, be whatever you want. Big business controls everything, is because everything is fueled by money and nobody cares about anything else but that anymore. Luckily there's people on YouTube that aren't like that, like myself included. I'm gonna keep making videos because I love making videos, and I want, even if there's a small audience, to see them, and I care about my content and I care about being creative, and it's a nice fun thing for me, so whatever. But yeah.
Squeeze that lime. Squeeze me, baby.
If you don't know how to cut an avocado, don't watch me.
You don't know. I don't know either.
Do that to get rid of the pit. Okay. Boop boop. I'm gonna put the lime in the
Oh yeah.
cut up avocado. I'm gonna put that in the Pico. I forgot about the jalapeno. I'm just gonna put it in the Pico. It's a little ugly looking because Josie's had it for a couple days. Don't discriminate against the old. That's ageist. All right, let's try it. I just haphazardly added ingredients, so let's hope it's decent. I feel like you can't really mess it up. As I crack the chip, you can't mess it up. Please ask more questions down below. Ask as many as you want. Ask them about fashion. Ask them about love. Ask them about relationship. Ask them about moving. Ask them about careers. Anything. I had so much fun making this. This is honestly probably the funnest thing I've ever filmed. I hope you liked the answers to my questions. I tried really hard. I hope you liked this recipe. I'll get more complicated, I promise. I have some other things, but I'm probably gonna keep with the healthy food trend. We'll see. I'll see you next time. Follow me on Instagram for any fashion inspo that you have.